What up, YouTube? Coming at y'all with another BMS video. As you can see, I did finally assemble the quick Dyno VFR project I was telling y'all about. I pretty much assembled this bike with things I had laying around just to make it a rider so I could sell it. Nothing fancy, just something I put together with things I already had. Pretty much a complete bike for the most part. I do gotta put an inner tube in it. I had pumped it up and left it here overnight, so apparently it has a slow leak. I think I put the slow leak in it because I pulled these off of some other wheels I had, um, and so I might have pricked it with the screwdriver or something. So it probably have a tiny hole in the tube. So I'll change the tube before I sell it. But other than that, it's pretty much a complete bike. um, Show you some of the parts I put on it. Like I said, nothing fancy, just a repop stem. Uh, I put the Odyssey 99 brake setup on it. Just the rear brake. Just some knobby tires I had laying around, old gumwall tires. GT sprocket, the one I showed y'all. As you can see, it's still greased on it because I greased the bottom bracket bearings. Some old GT aluminum pedals that's faded, the paint faded off of them. Like I said, nothing fancy. It's a nice rideable bike, complete. Um, like I was telling you, I'm probably gonna sell it for like 150. Anything between 150 and 200. More than likely, I'll take 150 for it though. Depending, because I'm thinking about doing something else. I might have to go up, a little more if I do, but still nothing crazy. Still be between, 150, 200, like I said. But I left this here for a reason. As you notice, it don't have a front brake. Uh, so I had this old cable. I think it came off of maybe a gyro or something. I was gonna run a brake cable through the mallet stem. Then when it comes out here, I was gonna have a bare cable to go to another front brake. That's why I left that lever for now because I'm not sure. Got brand new Amy grips on it. Brand new Dominator seat. I blacked out the Dominator. But yeah, man, just wanted to show y'all that. Like I said, you can't beat it 150. Like I spend that on parts. So like I said, just to sell some I'm not gonna use. I already have a VFR, but me, when things sit, I get the tinkering with it. Like I have other parts I could throw at it. I have a 3-piece crank I thought about putting on. Um, just little things here and there. That's how I be when I let things sit. But I'm just put it up. I listed it already, so we'll see if it go fast or if it goes slow. Because nowadays people don't want to spend anything, so no telling. We'll see. But yeah, something else I've been doing, y'all. As you can see, this is my Dyno Air. If you go back to my previous videos, you can see the '94 Dyno Air I did a video on. Uh, as you can see, it's not the same anymore. I switched it up. In my previous video, I was telling you I was going to pretty much build the Vertigo frame, the black one right here, which I am. But like I was telling y'all, I'm pretty much I'm starting to work back on my cars. That's a costly thing. I got a lot of other stuff going on right now that I have to, tend to financially. So with that being said, I know this build is going to be a scratch build, and scratch build is not cheap. And I am going to do it. It's going to be a slow build. So with that being said, I didn't want to take too long building this bike as far as the content goes. So I decided to take a bike that I already had put together and just do a few upgrades on it. I also plan on making this a rider for myself, like to start riding more, just get a little more exercise in. So as you can see, I changed the wheels. I put some Tomahawks on it, as you can see. Also, I put the Bulldog brake on there, rear Bulldog, just to upgrade the rear brake. I put an 80s GT stem on it. I want to change the front brake to something else. I'm not sure yet. I want to put a black brake on it. When I first put a pit bull on it, because I had did it before I did this one, I had put a polished pit bull brake on it. But I pretty much I was like, let me take the polished pit bull off and put the black one on it. The black one just, it kind of breaks up the chrome better because I originally had polished bulldogs on it, which is this one right here. And when I changed the back one to the same, finish or whatever, I was like, you know what? It kind of clashes. It don't look like I did nothing. So like a lot of times when I have bikes, man, I like to do remixes on them, cause I get bored with them sometimes, cause I already have another Dyno Air is purple, and it's all original. I bought this one as a frame set, as I said in my previous video. Frame set meaning frame, fork, handlebars, and seat posts. And by me already having one that was 100% original, I was able to spec build this bike to where it was all original. Uh, just going off that bike, I was able to see what parts were original and just bought the parts and pieced this bike together to where it was, for the most part, all correct. But then I was like, I already have a correct one, so let me switch it up, so it's like a new bike to me. Like, just instead of just going out keep buying bikes because you want to do something new. I decided to just remix my bike. I already had the mags. I had these mags since the 90s. I told a story on here. If you go back and look at my 1994 GT Performer, where in the 90s I had got robbed for a bike. When I got robbed for that bike, the bike I got robbed for had these wheels on it way back in the 90s. I had took these wheels off and I had bought me a brand new set of these right here, the fan mags. I had bought a brand new set back in the day. So I had these wheels sitting up. So when they stole that bike, it had these kind of wheels on it. So yeah, so I still had these wheels. I'm not selling these wheels like a lot of people had their childhood bikes. I don't, but I do have my wheels at least. So these wheels probably from like, I probably had these from at least like 97-ish or something like that. 96, 97-ish. I'll say 97-ish, when I was a kid. Like that was my first GT pretty much. I had Tomahawk mags on it. But at the time, these that came out like late 93, 94. So these was what was in when I got these. I always wanted a pair of these right here. But when I bought the fan mags, I think the ACS mags had just came out. And I could have got the ACS mags, but I was like, always preferred the fan mags. That's why to this day I still have a lot of sets of fan mags. But now these are the more expensive ones, and just from having so many fan mags, I'm like, man, let me take it back to the Tomahawk mags. So I do favor these mags right here now. I mean, I can't say I favor them. They like, I would say what and what. Honestly, I like both of them probably equally. But these right here, like I said, go back. So yeah, something else I'm planning on doing to this bike is I want to change the decals. This bike came from a hot climate, probably in the desert somewhere, someplace where it wasn't raining, because obviously you can see this bike is not rusty or nothing like that. But the decals are faded. So much so when I bought the bike, I thought the decals were actually white from the factory, but no, they're actually they was yellow, like a bright yellow. Um, I learned that when I first got the bike and I was googling it trying to find like a bike with this actual decal set, and they all had this decal set, but they were yellow, like a bright yellow. So I'm like, what the hell? Then I started noticing other people bikes, was like a pale yellow, and then I seen something white like this. So I was like, dang. So they must have originally came yellow. So I'm gonna do that. A lot of people be like, lead the decal, Survivor. No, to me, with chrome, you gotta do the chrome justice. You know what I mean? Like you need a bright color on chrome. So that's why they even put yellow from the factory. I did like the black and white originally because you see, I also changed to the gum wall tires on here. I had white walls on here, and it played good. The reason I put white walls because it was something we did when I was a kid. In the neighborhood, it was a thing to have black mads with white walls, just kind of a style. But more so, I did it because it played off the decals. All the white lettering on the seat, the white lettering on, because I had the fan mat, I had the white lettering on the fan mats with the white walls. Then I had put the OD grips on there, so it was playing real good like that. But now that I changed those things, so I'm gonna put some brighter decals. So right now I'm in on the fence pretty much on if I want to go with I like the 90 decals, like the 1990 comp decals, or if I want to go with these exact decals, just the yellow ones. I'm on the fence though. Like I kind of leaning towards the originals, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I kept all the original parts to the bike, obviously. So in case I do want to make it back original, or if I get bored with this look, I can switch it back up. Um, Here's the stem right here. Well, this ain't the stem that actually came off this bike. That's just another stem. I actually have one identical to that one that came off of this bike. So this one actually came off the Vertigo. So I have a lot of those stems. Now, that's another reason sometimes I buy these VFRs because a lot of the VFRs also come with these stems. They just don't have a hollow bolt in them. But yeah, man, I like it. I just painted the stem. It's the same white one that I had. We had like a heat wave out here in California. Um, Super hot. When I painted it, it was like 90 something degrees. And as soon as I painted it, it just shot up to like 100 or something. And then, long story short, it hit like 109. So it like baked the stem. As you can see how shiny it is. It looked wet. You know what I'm saying? It still look wet. Uh, I had polished the bottom cap, threw that on there, just to give it a different look. The 93s, the 93 version of this bike would have came with Tomahawk, so it's not out of place. And like a 90, or I said like 91, 92, 91 back, like I said 88 through probably 91 would have came with this stem. So not out of place to have these on there. I'm still thinking about like if I could find me a nice Spintech stem. That's what I'm really thinking about, getting a Spintech stem. Um, I want to get a nice black, gloss black Spintech stem with the white and the black and white lettering on it with the Dyno decal on it. Just to switch it up some. Also, I want to change the C clamp. I'm on the fence with that. I'm thinking about just getting a one of the '90s double GTC clamps. I'm not sure, but yeah, gonna make a few more changes to it. Also, I'm gonna put a 3-piece crank on it. I'm leaning towards the red line just because of the price. I've been finding deals on red line cranks complete with the bottom bracket and everything. But if I run across a nice Power Series crank, I might do that. It's I got my options. What else I'm gonna do to it? Also, I'm gonna take I probably might take the gyro off and do the gyro pieces all black, except for obviously the part that's supposed to be chrome. Just the little details, pretty much. And I might actually put the clear brake pads on here. They got some nice circle clear brake pads because I want to make this thing. It starts pretty good now, but I feel like I can improve on it. Because like I said, this is going to be a rider. I'm actually going to start riding my bike. Some of them I won't, like my 87. I ride that periodically, but obviously I don't want to ride that one all the time. But this one right here, I'm gonna actually put some miles on this thing. So I'm trying to make it where it's nice and user friendly. Something that stops on a dime and things like that. But yeah, man, just wanted to give y'all a little walk around what I had going on. Also, you can see on this Vertigo, notice I took the handlebars off. That's because I was finna put the OG stem back on it. This is what would have came on their factory. If you remember, I also had I had Skyways on this bike, which is in this crate right here. I had Skyways on it. Just took them off, just like I say, just kind of remixing things. I have all the parts. If I want to swap things back, who knows? But I'm busting down the Vertigo. I'm probably gonna strip the paint on this thing, and just like I said, a slow build. I'll probably paint the frame and fork. I'm kind of leaning towards doing this bike in the Dayglow green color. Well, Dayglow yellow. Like it's like the Dayglow yellow black splatter. I'm thinking about experimenting and getting it done like that. Um, that's what I'm thinking about with that, and still going the route I told you, kind of like a pro freestyle tour vibe, upgraded parts, 4-piece bars and things like that. So I'm thinking about going that color and blacking everything out for as the seat posts and getting some black 4-piece bars and parts and things like that. You know, black 3-piece cranks. But yeah, like I was saying, I just wanted to give y'all a little update on things that I got going on. Another look at the dyno. All right, y'all.